Welcome to Guided Life, where we meet our personal guidance team and learn how to work with our unseen crew of spiritual sidekicks. Your guides are ready and waiting for you to tap into their wisdom, help, and build the life you truly want. Host Shannon Ratay is a life and career coach, angel messenger, and medium who is known for her unique gifts of delivering messages from our collective team, including angels, fairies, and other helpers. Shannon leads you through each episode with spiritual downloads, energetic transmissions, powerful visualizations, and more, helping you tap into your own tuition to strengthen your confidence and connection. Shannon's calling is to empower you to create an extraordinary life. And now, here's your host of Guided Life, Shannon Ratay.
Hello. Welcome to the first ever Guided Life. I am your host, Shannon Ratay, and I am just delighted to be here. Thank you for everyone who is here already and in the comments. Thank you to everyone who might be listening, in the background, might not be in the comments just yet, but I know you're there, and so thank you. Oh, hey, and already I'm starting to see some people. Welcome, Jennifer Rose. Thank you so much for being here and for all of your help and support. Thank you, Evelyn. Hello. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you, Kim. Really great to see you, Ascending Butterfly. I really appreciate all the love and support. This is my first ever episode, and so, we're going to cover a lot of things today, but what I'm going to start off with is simply introducing myself, talking a little bit more about myself, because I think what's really important for everyone to know is that I did not grow up this way, right? That I'm a life and career coach. I'm an angel messenger. I am a psychic medium, but this was not my world. There are so many people that grew up having this as part of their childhood, that this were the discussions that went on in their house, in their home. And so sometimes when that happens, people can think, oh gosh, if I wasn't born with that connection, if that's not the way that I grew up, it's not something that I innately have. But instead, it's something that I developed step by step, right? I learned bit by bit. So I didn't even know I had an intuition growing up, regardless, separate then from my unique connection with spirit. And so what I'm really excited as part of this show is to be able to share with you the things that I learned, right? The tips and tricks, the practices, the things that have really helped me develop and step into my abilities and my connection with spirit. And then on the flip side, I've been doing this for years with my coaching clients, with my friends. Like, hey, I have friends. Hello, friends. But doing this with all of them. And so getting to share the things that I've learned along the way with all of you. Hello, Samantha. Welcome. I'm really glad that you're here. I really appreciate it. Hi, KB. Welcome. And of course, right, Kelly. Hi, Kelly. Our producer, Kelly, who's saying hello in the background, which I greatly appreciate. And so the idea of this show is that we will here support you in connecting more deeply and more closely with your guidance team, right? Guided Life really speaks to that ability that to connect more deeply and closely with that whole collection of different aspects of spirit in our guidance team, and giving you the experience of what happens and changes in your world when you do. So, for example, when I talk about guidance team, I talk about our guides, obviously, but also our angels, as well as our fairies, maybe the goddesses or our animal helpers. That's one of the things that's been part of my unique experience, is the fact that I've been able to pretty clearly connect up with some of those different aspects of spirit. And so what we're going to do is month by month, we're going to go category by category, realm by realm, and take a deep dive into each of those realms. So today we're going to start off with the fairy realm. And as part of those, category by category deep dive in, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of things that get to be interactive, where you actually get to participate either with us or alone. So as part of that, I'm going to be giving energetic transmissions so that you get to get that learning in your body. We're going to be having discussions. I'm going to be doing visualizations with you, as well as coaching and sharing messages. So a whole collection of things that will hopefully allow you to deepen that connection with your own intuition and your own understanding of how your team works with you and how they communicate with you. And these are all the things that I learned and that helped me step by step over the years, sort of bit by bit, fine tune my connection and my understanding, how my system connects with my guidance team. It was really funny because it was just last night. I was working out. I was with my trainer, because I work out. I was with my trainer and he was asking me what I was up to this weekend. And I was explaining to him the show and the premise of the show, that I was going to be starting with fairies and that we were going to be jumping in to starting with fairies and jumping into helping people connect more deeply with the fairy realm. And he immediately stopped and looked at me and he said, "Shannon, I didn't know that those were real. Are fairies real?" And I told him, yes, right? And he's like, "Well, I don't believe in them." And I said, "You know what? I used to be like you. It actually wasn't that long ago that I thought they were imaginary. I didn't know they were real either. But I had heard enough people talk about them that I was in the forest one day and decided to try it out, right? Like I just called out to them. There was nobody around, but called out into the forest, right? Like if you're here and you're real, show yourselves to me, right? Show yourselves to me." And it was in that walk in the woods that I suddenly saw the fluttering in front of my face. I couldn't quite tell in the beginning if they were bugs or if they were something else. But I realized I couldn't track them, right? Like with the bug, you can sort of track them with your eyes. But I couldn't actually track them. And so it was my first experience of recognizing that fairies were real. And when I told him that story, his eyes got big. And he said to me, he's like, "Well, I mean, I do believe in ghosts and spirits." And I was like, "All right, well, and do you believe in extraterrestrials?" And he said, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, how about angels?" He's like, "Oh, yeah, I can get behind angels." And so I explained to him that this was just simply a different realm, right? That this was a different category, a different realm. And it was fascinating because I think this is indicative of so many of us, right? So many of us here are so connected to spirit, but we might have a go-to, right? Like oh, wow, Evelyn, you got them on camera. At some point, I'm going to have to see the footage of that, Evelyn. I would love to see the footage of your fairies. And so it's so true for so many of us that, especially heard in my story, right, that we can be connected to a particular realm. We might have a go-to where we're listening to our guides or we're listening to our angels and we have a close connection, and forget that we can continue to open up connections. We can continue to build connections with other realms as well. And so that's what I'm really hoping will be a part of what we're all going to be doing here together as well. And so it was really funny, right? As soon as I shared that story, my trainer immediately said, like, "Oh, okay, well, how can I connect with the fairies? How do I do this?" And immediately I saw the fairies fluttering around his head and saw that he had a natural connection and has a natural connection to fairies. And so we talked about different trails that he could go to. Of course, I said, you need to listen to the replay of this, that once he listens to the replay, gave him some tips and tricks. But that is to say, that's also what keeps happening to me. As soon as I say to people, oh, right, like that as soon as I say to people, hey, I'm connected to the angelic realm, or I'm connected to the fairy realm, people say over and over, well, how can I do that too? How can I learn to do that? And it's become apparent to me that that's part of my role in working with spirit is in part, yes, to deliver messages, but also in part, especially through my background in coaching, to be able to help people connect on their own to the aspects and the realms of spirit that they want to be connected with. So with that, I'm going to take a quick moment and just say again, thank you so much to everyone that's here. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, Kim. I might say welcome a few times because I'm a little bit nervous. Welcome, Samantha. Oh, welcome, Fulham Spiritualist Church. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome, Divine, Empathetic Clairvoyance, and Tarot. Oh, welcome, Lynn. Lynn and Jennifer and I just got off of a wonderful episode of Messages from the Enchanted Realms. We had a great time. Welcome, Andrea. Welcome, Leona. Welcome, Jack. Welcome, Ascending Universal Butterfly. Thank you, Debbie, for being here. It really is so great. Hi, Holly. Welcome. Welcome, Debbie O from Texas, and KB, and Kit and Dolores. Oh my gosh, we've got so many great people here. Welcome, Catherine. If I miss you, I apologize. Welcome, Jill Santos. And welcome everyone. Thank you, Lynn. I do enjoy giving angel readings. That's one of the things for you to know. We're going to be doing fairies today, but we will be jumping into angels next month, where we take a deep dive into angels. And so I'll ask. I'm just curious. Welcome, Jessie. So great to see you here. Who here already has a connection with the fairies? I'm curious. Hey, Kweezy. So great to see you. Thank you for being here. Hey. And Katie Newkirk, welcome. I know Evelyn has a great connection with the fairies. I know medium Jennifer Rose has a great connection to the fairies. And of course, Lynn. We did have a great time at Enchanted Realm. But I'm curious, is there anyone here for whom this is a newer connection or not as strong for them? I figure we'll take a little temperature check as we jump in. Yeah. Feel free to put your experiences in the comments. And as Divine, Empathetic, Clairvoyant, Tarot, you do. Yeah, I can see the fairies all around you as soon as you're talking about it. Jessie loves the fairies. Oh, yes. Kim Princess. I don't know if I have a connection, but a part of me thinks so. Oh, you definitely do. I can confirm, and I'm excited to see what you find out today. So what we're going to do next is we are going to get set for an energetic transmission. And as part of this transmission, all it is a direct download. I am going to gather up. Welcome, Michael. Special shout out to Michael. Michael is responsible for all of the gorgeous intro and graphics that you see here today. I haven't had a chance to thank Michael yet for all the work that he's done on my behalf, but I am so grateful and appreciative. He is the one that created all these angels and fairies and that panther you're seeing in the background. So thank you to him, and thank you to producer Kelly Brickle for working with me to get this all together. Yeah, hearts right back to you, Michael. And so I'm going to be starting off with doing an energetic transmission, and that's where I gather up all of my energetic knowledge and allow it to, if it's wanted, be downloaded into your systems, so your systems can get the information that both I and your fairy team has to share. I've had a lot of great luck with people getting that information directly from me. After that energetic transmission, we're going to go into a visualization. So you can go on a guided visualization journey to meet your fairies. You get to see how your unique connection shows up and how your system senses them and interacts with them. And then after that visualization, we'll ask some questions. We'll do a little bit of debrief, and that's going to be it for today, right? That should take us right up towards the end. Oh gosh. Oh, you saw some today on a special flower around one tree only and felt them, and the colors were so different than the rest of the park. Oh, thank you. You're exactly right, right? So often it's like that one special tree that seems to glow or have a sparkle to it or feel energetically different. And it's really often that it's part of that fairy energy that's making that tree stand out. All right. So as we get started and we get ready for the energetic transmission, yeah, Michael really did outdo himself with all the graphics. He really did a stunning job. So as we get ready for the energetic transmission, the one other thing I want you to think about too is the visualization, because when you do the visualization, it's really helpful for a lot of people to relax. And so to either, lie down. So, just to start thinking about where you might want to be or how you might want to listen when it comes time for the visualization. So anyway, we are first going to get prepared to do the visualization. And as we get prepared to do the visualization, to simply start off by taking a deep breath and getting into your body, right? Maybe sit down if you're not sitting down, feeling the chair underneath your butt, maybe the ground underneath your feet, leaning back and feeling the chair behind your back. And as you relax and settle into the chair around you, noticing your bones, right? Because when you're in your bones, you're in your body. And so taking that moment to really feel your bones, noticing yourself in your body. And as you are feeling your bones and getting grounded, going into your spine and letting your attention start with where your spine meets your skull, right? That spot. And letting your attention be in your spine and gently travel down your spine, through your mid-back, down into your tailbone. And all of a sudden, that tailbone continues on as it becomes a tail, as it travels down all the way to the center of the earth. And as it travels down all the way into the center of the earth, it finds something interesting down there, maybe a fossil or a crystal. Wraps itself around that fossil or crystal or other interesting object. And it anchors you, keeps you connected to the earth, and becomes a conduit for gentle earth energy to travel back up that tail and gently and easily bring that nourishing earth energy up into your spine and all of the other bones of your body, your leg bones, your arm bones, your ribs, your sternum, and all those plates in your head. And as this happens, gently noticing, right? I like to call this part calling your sparkle back in. You might have been a lot of places today or talked to a lot of people. Just call that sparkle back in. Any places you might have deposited yourself, call that sparkle back in. Call it back in. And as you call that sparkle back in, gently setting the intention to let go and release anything that's not you. You can either imagine sweeping it off, letting everyone else have their sparkle back. Maybe it's not even sparkle. Yeah. And noticing being yourself. And as we sit here, just also noticing your own little personal space, your own little snow globe, right? That arm's length distance around you, your energetic edge. Excellent. That energetic edge lets you know the space that you have to be able to take up around you. And taking another moment just to feel those bones, your tail, your energetic edge, the space around you. And as that settles in, we will get ready for the energetic transmission. And so as you're noticing all of these things, I'll talk to you about it for a moment, just to know, for those of us that are knowledgeable about energy and energetic, just to know that this is a held energetic space, that I did create an energetic container for this space. So that is part of this, right? That everyone will be getting exactly what they need, no more, no less. And so all I'm simply going to do is I am going to gather up the knowledge that my system knows about fairies, right? What my system knows about fairies, and that any of your fairies want to contribute to this energetic ball. And I am simply going to hold this energetic ball up to the screen. And you can put your hands up and simply allow the information in this energetic ball into your system, so your system can learn what it needs to learn or wants to learn about fairies from me. So anyway, I'm putting together now. And I'm going to hold it up to the screen. And whenever you're ready, simply allowing through your hands the information from my system that's been put in this container of an energy ball, plus the information from your fairies, to just be received by your system. It's going to be quick. You might feel some tingling in your hands. All right, just about complete. And that is good for now. All right. So as your systems are integrating that information, I will just simply say I've given that transmission on different topics and different forms. The first time I gave it to a friend, it was for being able to sense and see angels. And it was 2 days later, she reached out to me. She's like, oh my gosh, Shannon, for the first time, I saw an angel today. And so I've had lots of great results with people just simply all of a sudden their abilities turning on in a different way after receiving an energetic transmission like that. So you'll have to keep your eyes and ears open in the coming days for what you notice might be different. All right. As your systems are getting that information integrated, it's a great time. It's a great time to think about where you might want to go for the visualization. Don't do the visualization if you're driving. But for people who don't know, visualizations are just like a guided meditation, except there's going to be some prompts, right? Some places where I ask questions. And when I ask those questions, we're just going to let your system fill in the information. It's a great way to get a better sense of your own intuition, your own senses, and the way that your system works to be able to pick up information from your guidance team. Excellent. Ooh, Jessie. Ooh. I have dreamed about 2 of them, but life-size, floating near nature. One had a British accent, another speaking a language I didn't understand. but when I'm awake, I see them as sparkling lights or orbs. Yes, Jesse, a lot of people do see them as that sparkling lights or orbs. You're exactly right. And I love that they wanted to be in touch with you so much that they I like to say, like, invaded. They came to you in your dreams, right? They came to you when you were wide open to come in and come and talk to you and deliver messages and let you know that they're close to you and that they're connected to you. So this is wonderful. Thank you. Oh, thanks, Jennifer. Definitely fairylicious. Oh, yes, your dad definitely knows your fairies. And so let's go see. Oh, welcome, Nancy. Welcome to everyone who's shown up while I was doing the transmission. Welcome. Happy early birthday, Nancy. Nancy's a great friend of the show. Welcome, Karen Perry, my good friend Karen Perry, animal communicator who is here. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome. All right. Get yourself ready for this visualization. Settle in. And I am going to be reading a script. And then as I read this script, we will see who shows up. So the one other thing you may want to do is grab a piece of paper if you want to take some notes afterward. But here we go. Okay, as an introduction, this is a guided visualization to meet your fairies and deepen your connection to them. Your fairies are gentle, magical beings who are here to help you connect with wonder, playfulness, and joy. Now find a spot to sit or lie in a comfortable position, allowing your hands to rest easily. Close your eyes. If it feels good, gently roll your shoulders back and let them drop away from your ears. Now take your first slow breath and breathe in through your nose. And exhale gently through your mouth. Feel your body begin to let go. Take a second slow breath in. As you breathe out, imagine any tension melting away. Your muscles relax. Let your face soften, your jaw loosen, and your hands let go. Another slow, deep breath. As you exhale, feel yourself sinking even deeper into relaxation. With each breath, you relax more and more. Your mind becoming calmer, your body lighter, and your heart gently opening. Imagine you are stepping out of the everyday world and into a nurturing space just for you. Calm, easy, and full of possibility. As you relax, picture yourself in a safe garden in nature. As you imagine this garden, let it be entirely your own. Sense it, feel it, see it, or simply notice the words that describe it. What kind of ground is beneath your feet? Is it soft moss? Warm sand? Cool grass? Or something else entirely? Notice the scents in the air. Maybe wildflowers or pine or fresh air. What colors stand out to you? Notice the sounds. Feel the breeze on your skin, gentle and reassuring, carrying the promise of magic. As you look around your garden, you notice a winding path lined with tiny lanterns and blooming flowers. You begin to walk slowly down this path, each step deepening your calm and opening your heart to the joy ahead. Up ahead, you sense a shimmering energy in the air, like the moment before a dream begins. There is a sense of excitement because the fairies are near. The fairies are very near. As you take a moment to open your senses, notice, what do you feel in the air around you? Cool and tingly, warm and sparkly, perhaps a soft flutter near your cheek. What do you see? Are there colors or lights or orbs, maybe glimmers in the corner of your vision, or trails of light weaving through the trees? What smells fill the air? Can you hear anything? Bells or laughter or soft whispering? How does your heart feel? Maybe calmer or lighter or more open? As you take this all in, you may begin to see tiny sparkles gathering, shapes forming, maybe wings flickering or eyes twinkling. Your fairies begin to emerge in their own way, in their own time. As your fairies gather, take a moment to observe the following. What does their energy feel like to you? What do they look like? What do you notice about their appearance? How do they move? What sounds, if any, come with their presence? Now, when you are ready, you may ask them some questions and simply listen. They may communicate with you through images or words or feelings or just your inner knowing. Ask them, fairies, what do you want me to know about you? Fairies, where in my life do I need more fairy magic? Fairies, how can I connect easily with you? Fairies, what place or spot is the easiest to sense you and be with you? Now one of the fairies steps forward and shows you a thing. A something they will place in your path in the days or weeks ahead as a sign that they are near. A touch point to today. It might be a feather, a butterfly, a rainbow, a coin, or something else entirely, like a symbol. Notice that thing that the fairies have for you. What is it? What is the item they're showing you? How do you feel as you imagine finding it in your everyday life? Now thank your fairies in your own way. They are always nearby, and you can also return to your garden anytime. You walk slowly back up the path, carrying their joy and wisdom with you. The garden begins to gently fade. Take a deep breath in. And slowly exhale. As you continue to breathe, slowly coming back to this place and time, wiggling your fingers and toes, perhaps touching your body, let your awareness return to your room. And when you're ready, open your eyes. Taking your time, if there is any notes that you want to take or anything that you want to write down to remember, when you're ready, I'd like to, one, welcome anyone who has shown up during that brief guided visualization that we were doing. Hi, Rosa. Ooh, from South Africa. Wow. And Shan. Hello, hello. And I'm so curious if anyone would like to share what they received from their fairies. Would anyone like to share what their gift was or what the item was that the fairies showed to them? All right. Welcome, welcome. But yeah. Oh, K-Weezy. K-Weezy says that he already finds feathers as a symbol of his dad. Oh gosh. You see feathers and lights flashing. Oh, hey. Yeah, that's a great. Feathers can be a great message from the divine, a great message from spirit that there is exciting things happening. Oh, yes. Oh, Ascending Universal Butterfly says she received gold hearts and gold butterflies. Oh, I think everyone can use more gold in their life. I'm really excited to hear how that shows up, how that ends up showing up in your day-to-day. That's wonderful. Oh, thank you, Jennifer Rose. Thank you, thank you. Oh, for UK Bay, they share creativity. Yes, encouragement and creativity, and writing. That is that's amazing. That is amazing. Oh wow. Yes, mine was like a little jewelry box with crystals inside. Oh wow. I think that'll be really interesting to see how that shows up in the coming days, right? If that jewelry box ends up being symbolic or literal, and the same thing with crystals, right? If those crystals end up being symbolic or literal, to let you know that the fairies are nearby. Lovely. Ooh, Leona, a butterfly, which I've been seeing in the house the past few days. So what I'm hearing, Leona, is that the fairies have already been around and getting your attention. That kind of feels like the perfect setup for today, right? That perfect wink from them in preparation for what we were up to today. Something tells me there are a lot more butterflies in your future. And I'm seeing, oh, interesting, Jack, an apple. I like that. That's a delicious symbol from your fairies. That's a delicious way for them to get your attention. Would it make sense to find gnomes in the fairy realm, or did I experience a crossover? I was presented with a leather book or journal to capture the magic. Karen Perry, you are advanced as always. 100% those gnomes are also hanging out in the fairy realm. It was interesting when I was creating the visualization, I was trying to decide if I should leave it open to any of those earth energies, any of those earth spirits to show up. And I decided for this case to keep the field narrow, a little bit more specific for our brains. For fairies, for some of those people some people like to scan the environment. And so it can take a lot of time to settle on something, especially when we're connected to so many types and aspects of the enchanted realm. So you are exactly right that it is not infrequent that in the land of fairies, in that realm, that the gnomes will show up too. What I love about gnomes is they often show up with protective energy. When I do readings for people and the gnomes show up, they're offering that message of protection, that they're around, they're keeping an eye out for you, they've got you protected. And so what a nice surprise that even though we were calling in the fairies, that those gnomes were right there telling you that you are protected. And how cool, a leather book or journal to capture the magic. That does not surprise me, since of course you are an author and a storyteller, that there might be some capturing of the magic right now that might be good information and good stories for the future. But I'm not making any predictions. Ooh, purple and gold bubbles. Jesse, that is awesome. That to me reminds me of Glinda the Good Witch, right? That's the classic version of the classic version of. Oh gosh, see, this is what happens when I get a little nervous that I forget the movie Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. That movie, when Glinda shows up and the bubbles are there first. But yeah, so that's fantastic, especially if you get to see those bubbles out and about as that symbol that they're showing up. Oh, you guys got some really great things. Oh, wow. I'm seeing a special rock from Dolores. Oh, interesting. And I'm seeing, stars two flashing in front of me. Oh my gosh, these are some really great, items and symbols. A special rock, wonderful Dolores. Hello, James. Hello. Welcome back. And then I am seeing, yeah, Andrea, I'm so glad you're saying this. I didn't see anything, but my hands were boiling and I went all hot. You know, Andrea, we all have a different connection to spirit, right? So a lot of what people are sharing, they might have seen visually, but some of us sense things, right? Like you might sense that aspect of spirit coming in, and that can be a really powerful tool, right? For some of us, it might be that, that sense of foreboding in our stomach, or that sense of excitement that something's coming. But this is a different aspect of it, that your connection to the fairies might actually just feel hot, right? Like you might feel that heat in your hands, and you might work with them in a completely different and unique way. And I'm really glad you got that information, and I'm really glad that you shared that you had a different way of, you didn't actually get an item, but you got a sensation instead. That's fantastic. And so, yeah, I hope you're all getting a lot of inspiration and a lot of ideas of the various ways. Evelyn, of course, your fairies were getting those dogs all riled up, right? You asked them to come inside from the patio because they got those doggies barking. And the wind chime tinkling. You have such a strong connection to this realm, Evelyn. And I admit, I'm going to up a gecko too. Great, Vivian. Yes. And of course, Jennifer Rose, they gave you a symbol of the infinity because that infinity sign is around you all the time. You're connected all the time. Oh, Evelyn, my gnome is the serious one trying to keep everyone in line. Sprites, fairies, angels playing with the joy guides. Ooh, they muck with him. I know what that means. Wonderful, Evelyn. You're exactly right that the gnomes, it's a different kind of protection, right? That they're keeping everyone in line. And I love how much you have that connection with the gnome and their protective, what I call protective energy. But yeah, that different flavor of energy with the gnomes. Oh, hey. And welcome. Oh, Vivian. I should say I am so glad to see you here, Vivian. Oh, and Kweezy, that you see butterflies as well. Great. It's this one butterfly that stands with me. Oh, hey. The feather. I saw one today too before I felt them and saw the tree and flower, says divine, empathetic, clairvoyance, and tarot. Also an eagle in the sky. I saw gnomes too. Oh, gnomes too. And the fairies were giggling when asked them. Lovely, lovely. All right, everyone. So I'm so glad to hear, right, that you got a lot of great information from this visualization. And I think I'll ask one more question. I'm curious what people saw, right? When people tried to look for their fairies, what people saw. Oh yeah, Evelyn, and tingling and very hot. Thank you for confirming that as well, that you had that experience as well. Yes, Evelyn, fairies do seem to love to giggle. They love to giggle. I think as I'm waiting to see what you all saw when you asked them to show themselves to you in the visualization, is just to also name that when I started, I got that experience in the woods of seeing the fairies, got that experience of seeing the fairies in the woods and having them kind of flutter by my face. What ended up happening is when I started doing readings for people, every so often I would start to see fairies around people and I would name, right? Like I'd name to them, oh, hey, you're very connected to the fairies. I'm seeing them around you. And even though I was seeing them and delivering messages from the fairies, just to name that had more to do with the people I was reading, right? Like I was reading and able to tap into their connection with the fairies. And so what happened is that when I started doing the show Messages from the Enchanted Realm, and when I said yes to that opportunity, that a different kind of doorway got opened into the fairy realm, right? And ever since then, my connection with the fairies and all of the beings of the Enchanted Realm, right? The gnomes, all of the different aspects, it came alive. And so that's part of the reason I'm really excited about what we just did here, because it did change when I said yes to the connection. It did change when I stepped through that door and said yes to having a deeper level of connection with them. And so for you to know by doing this visualization today, by participating in this energetic transmission, that you in a way have said yes to deepening that connection. And for some of you, you're already very well connected, right? And for even as part of the story, the fact that, I started off at one level, I said yes, and then it ramped up. And chances are that it will continue to ramp up the more work that I do. And so that for you to know, every time you engage, every time you say yes, every time you recommit to like, oh yeah, I want to know more about the fairies, I want to work more with the fairies, that there is that possibility of that there is that possibility of continuing to deepen this relationship. So, all right. Kim Princess is sharing her experience of seeing the fairies. They were little women with dresses and wings, 2 big wings, 2 small wings, and they were small but not minuscule. Oh, lovely, Kim. You got like the full classic shebang image of the fairies. I will admit I tend to see wings fluttering, right? Whenever I look around and I see fairies around people, I see little tiny fluttering around people. So I see that fluttering of wings. But oh, your connection is nice and strong. Excellent. Wonderful, wonderful. Well, everyone, as we're winding down, hi, Amy. I'm so glad you enjoyed this. Yeah, welcome, welcome, welcome. And you can see the one little trick is I'll get I'll get better at this. The one little trick is keeping track of the comments and keeping track of what I'm saying. But I'll continue to learn and grow and develop and figure out how to keep my mind on a bunch of things at once. Divine, empathetic, clairvoyance, and tarot. I kept hearing they were helping protect me from the trolls, and were able to expand my astro traveling. Excellent. So they are helpers and protectors for you as well. Thank you, Jennifer Rose. Jennifer is helping me out since I forget some of these logistics. Yes, please do tap the reaction thumbs up button on Facebook and YouTube. And please give the ladies a follow and subscribe. Please give me a follow. Please give Sacred Spiral Network and Kelly a follow. Thanks so much. I really do appreciate you sharing the Lego. And thank you for the reminder, Jennifer. She's so good. Yeah. And any final questions before we wind down for today? Oh, thank you, Lynn. Thank you. Any final questions? I'll leave that open. Ooh, I actually cannot see them, but I feel them and hear them. In photos, yes, I feel their magic when butterflies and dragons appear. Gorgeous, Evelyn. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Yes, right? Those butterflies and dragonflies have such the fairy energy. I will even add in, we don't get them in California. We don't get the fireflies and the lightning bugs, but they also in the evenings in the places that there are fireflies and lightning bugs, they can also be a great reminder and gateway to the fairy energy. Oh, Karen Perry asked a really good question. Karen just asked, is there a gate or door to close after working with the realm, or we just let them do their thing? Yes, for the time being, we let them do their thing. And the reason I say that is as part of the energetic container that's put in place around what we just did here today, that I've already built in that agreement, right? That agreement with the energetic container that's in place, that nobody's system is going to be, that it's all going to be polite, right? Like it's all going to be exactly what your systems need and the level of engagement that you want or that's appropriate. And so that's already an agreement I made when I agreed to do this show with the powers that be, with spirit. For you to know that they will be respectful, right? If for whatever reason you decide or change your mind, you can say no thank you and say not right now, or I don't want to engage anymore, that they will be respectful. But that should already be built into the system and should be just fine. A-okay. So next month, we will be moving on to angels. And it'll be a similar format, but I will also be, in the same way that I've asked all of you questions, I'll be calling in someone and asking them questions about their experience. So you're going to hear some coaching and some live. Fireflies in Oklahoma, you loved them. Yes, Lynn, there will be some angel messages and some angel readings. So we'll be adding that into the mix. And I really do. I really appreciate all of you coming for this first show and this first go at it and being part of the co-learning and the soup and the figuring it all out. Oh, big yes to mermaids and mermen. I would not leave either you or Jennifer Rose hanging without some connections to the mermaids and the mermen and that's the oceanic realm. And so it'll get a little bit smoother and a little bit easier as I continue to navigate and figure this out. But with that, the next show will be Saturday, September 20th. It will be at 4:15 Pacific time, just after. Saturday, September 20th. This is where I get always a little nervous. It's going to be 4:15. It's going to be Guided Life. right after our 2:30 show of Messages from the Enchanted Realm. Do we get that? So come for Messages from the Enchanted Realm at 2:30 Pacific and stay for Guided Life at 4:15. And a special shout out and thank you to producer Kelly Brickle and everyone at the Sacred Spiral Network team. I'm glad that Michael Zinn got some love today for all the gorgeous work that he did for me. I really couldn't have done any of this without you and all of the people who've been championing, like Jennifer Rose and Karen Perry and Lynn and all of you. I really do appreciate all the love and support. Thank you so much. It has been lovely and delightful. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone who came today. Yeah. And, thank you. I so appreciate it. Thanks so much, Jennifer, for all of the support. Yes, angels are very connected to spirit. Oh, thanks, Vivian. Thanks for the love. Oh, Nancy, thank you so much for being here. I love you too so much. Thank you, Evelyn. Thank you so much for being here. So many great contributions. Thanks, Evelyn. Oh, thank you, Jennifer. Jack, thanks for being here. Yeah, take care, everyone. Oh, thanks, Leona. So much fun. Oh, you're so welcome, Ascending Universal Butterfly. Oh, thanks, Fulham. Thank you. Oh, yes, Vivian. Thank you so much. Always a friend of the show. Love to you, Vivian. A big hug, Jennifer. Yes, the angels are great for healing and helping out. Oh yes, Kelly and Kelly behind the scenes, Jennifer Rose for keeping me on track for the things that I forget to mention. Thank you to everyone. Yeah, thank you to everyone. And with that, one final parting message. If you were here, the Evelyn. See, no need to be nervous. You're amazing. You're very kind. I wish my system would remember that there's no need to be nervous. It is not uncommon before these shows, between Messages from the Enchanted Realm or any of the other events that I participate. It's not uncommon for me to not sleep the night before. My system gets quite wired. So I did actually get a little bit of sleep last night, but I do appreciate it. I think it's just because I care so much, right? That I really do want to do justice to all of this. Excellent. All right. Well, and with that, I'll leave you with the parting thought. It's a similar parting thought that it was for me that the fairies came in and gave me the message. It was what I would share. It's also what I shared with Messages from the Enchanted Realm, which is the fairies were reminding me of just the gorgeousness of imperfection and the ability to play in the imperfection, so that there's so much more room for joy and love, and so much more room for joy and enjoyment when we all get to play around in the imperfection. And so I really appreciate all of you coming here and getting in the sandbox with me and playing around and enjoying the delicious imperfection of learning and growing and playing with our fairies together. So thank you so much, everyone. All right, Kelly, I think that's a wrap.